Hello, hello. So, around 4 years ago, I did a speedrun on Winter 2022 campaign in reverse, and I thought it would be fun to try it again on the Winter 2026 campaign. So I have installed this speedrun plugin with which I should be able to play the tracks so that it automatically splits. It does the splits on the left upper corner. I already tested it and it worked like 30% of the time, so I hope it works this time, and if it doesn't, we'll just try again. I have some splits already there. The current world record, or the time I set with my test run, was 34 minutes, so we are aiming to get 33 minutes. Yeah, but without further ado, I'll just start the speedrun. So we start with Greece, which is already one of the most difficult maps, and here we can try this tricky neo slide jump a couple times because the timer of course resets every time because it's the first map. And this is the map which has the biggest margin between the world record and second place. As you can see, I'm ahead by quite a lot. I just disabled the ghost, it's annoying. And it's because this has two quite difficult hill climbs. So what you want to do is to drift here, get stuck and get this ass boost up the hill. That was actually quite fast. I'm probably ahead of the world record right now because it had a bit slower first climb. So we are off to a good start. But just take extra safe take extra safety turns so we don't lose too much time. And this outside is always scary, I'll just full save it. And then off to the second climb. Looking good so far. Okay. Yep. So you want to hit like the side of your back wheel to get the full boost. And now it's just cruising to finish. This is actually pretty good time. Could beat the second place time by a mile. And now it should automatically do the split and go to the next track. Yep. We're off to Brazil, and this is yeah, should be Brazil. If it doesn't do the auto jump right next time, I'll just have to reboot the game. But yeah, we are off to Brazil, and this is actually one of the more interesting reverse tracks, because you have to take these water parts in reverse to get the reactor ups. And then quick turnaround. This actually can be cut, this CP. As you can see on my splits, I gained second there, or 2. And this is very tricky part, you want to slow down because it's very difficult to control. I want to get the nose slide here, thank you. Yeah, another difficult turn. Want to keep the grip with wet wheels. Oh, parked right there. Actually decent time again. And let's see if we get the USA now. Or yeah. Should be USA, but it's France. So we are apparently 1 track ahead. But we are on such a good run that I'll just do the map switching manually. So USA is quite straightforward map. You just jump the beginning of the track and then drive. So not really interesting track for a reverse. I'll just have to take extra careful turns in order to not crash or do anything stupid like that. Perfect, we didn't even get the gear. Looks good so far. Then the wall bang. That was quite shaky. And Neo slides. I actually made a Vanta Neo themed Poof Odin Cup track as well for Cup that I and Odin hosted. France is another one of these. Just jump the start and drive from there. There's only one bit scary quarter pipe jump and then the start. Actually lost the gear there. That was stupid. Now this drift becomes very awkward because you eat the gear. This has to be started late. And now we're back to normal pace. This is the most difficult part to save because you really don't want to lose that gear. Yep, you didn't lose. Nice run there. Right turn here. And here you have to be careful, you don't want to go too middle because there's something weird going in the grass, so like bit left. Get it good, and we are off the next track. Okay, and this is similar as well, so you have to drive the start. With bit trickier start this time. Okay, I think we can work with that. Just have to. Nope. bleeding time here. But there's like this tiny gap that you have to fit through because you don't want to clip the left side or hit the pillar. So here, get nose down, jump, and here we go. Oh, no slide. Now just try to survive this track. I think this is one of the more difficult ones, mainly because of this ice art that I can't do. Yep. I think ice is okay on time attack, but on rounds I just can't get it like this kind of speedrun. Then we do a wall bang here and pray for no slide. Yeah. And then we have to do the start trick again. So here, get nose down. Oh, I think we can make it up there still. Yeah, and just drop the nose here. And on the finish we go. And this multi-lap, so not really interesting like routing wise. We'll just drive quite regularly that road. Yeah, just pretend you didn't see that. And I'll have to remember to take the multi-lap each round. It's very easy to forget. At least I did it a couple of times when I hunted the normal track, but now I haven't played normal track for like 2 months, so it should be good. We'll just cruise the finish line. Yeah, super safe drifts, but doesn't really matter. Next lap we'll have to remember that it's the last one, so that we don't need to do that turn. Good penalty skip. We'll get the nose right there. There we go. This one is another interesting track. Has to be, you have to do some routing, but nothing too tricky. You can see my ghost that is disabled, leaving still path to the ground. So we go like the mid part of the track and take the checkpoints in normal order. super safe quarter drive. Another safe quarter drive. Then just block slide there. All these pushes, you really don't want to hit them because it's very slow to accelerate on the penalty. Here's like this kind of blind bridge, you have to be a bit on the left side first and then go to the right side to not hit, and then don't get the booster. Oh fuck, that's bad. But we had such a good crease that we can afford one of those. So first left side, then go to the right side and avoid the booster. Take the booster, safe jump, drop down here, avoid trees, and off the finish we go. This is a real run killer. If I don't get this like under 4 minutes, I'll have to restart. So I want to slow down here for the drop, so you get some speed off the downhill. Then take all the asphalt you have. Drop here for the easy part of the map, so now we drive a lap normally. Oh, you shouldn't really be failing these when there are like 3 parts when you get many respawns if you do not do it well. So now we get back to this part, jump past this rock and gather some speed and hope we get the right bump. Nope. This can get many respawns, and as you can see, this map has only like 2 no respawn runs on the leaderboard because it's just so difficult. You have to jump off that bump to get on the road. There we go. I'll just be extra careful and take more speed here, so we can make this jump easy. Now first of the 3 difficult parts done. Then we get back to the same part, but this time jump a bit more right between these trees and stop here. Fuck. Here. Oh, a bit too low. May have to reverse a bit. There we go. And now we have to climb here. It's surprising how much grip this car has there. And now the last tricky part is this last drop to road. Luckily the respawn is quite close. Yeah, here we go. Played a bit of time there as well, but still ahead. And the upper timer is what we are looking. It tells the in-game time. And for the first one, that plugin worked as intended. So the real time is bit slower. Oh, that was a cool jump. Yeah, we could do this the normal way as well, but it's faster to jump here and take this path like the right direction instead of going the wall path in reverse. Here is a bit more difficult part. You have to jump off here. You could probably do it that straight as well, but I have never managed to do it myself. Then tight gap and... okay, that was a decent one. Still slower than the last one because I did my PB on the practice run. Okay. And 10 more ice. Luckily this bit lower speed ice, so I could probably survive it just fine. I'll just take it extra safe. And this place like normalized track except for this rock. It's a bit awkward. Actually ahead of PB. Not there anymore. Track 15. So this is just a multi-lap and it's not even on the actual reverse campaign because it's just normal multi-lap, but I decided to include it to have like a normal, the full campaign speedrun. So it's just cruising around the track. I haven't played this in a while as well, so excuse my slowness. Oh, that was close one. Ahead of the split time. Okay, that was bad. Probably losing some there. And slow last turn as well. Oh well. Couple the 10th or nothing on this run. Especially when the next track is number 14 and it's one of the deciding tracks. Again, many difficult jumps. For this one I'll just use the safe route I stole from the second place holder. I do a difficult jump on my world record as well there. But it's much more safer to just take a detour around the map. So we are just cruising the only CP that's close to the ground. Get up here. gather speed. It is important to have speed here because you want to get this jump up there. Almost perfect, not turtle that one. So here and up there. Perfect. Now you need some speed here as well. Yeah, to make it on this path. Then this turnaround is extra important, so you have speed for the penalty uphill. And now the most difficult parts are behind. You just have to avoid some pushes here. And there's convenient tracks after my PB, so I can just drive here and almost turtled. We need some speed. This one, so go around. Yep. And basic anti-booster trick to get the finish. I think we are far ahead now. Yeah, that was a great split. 10-13, which is our halfway mark. Like numbers wise, but the most difficult tracks are far behind. So this is just like almost your normal dirt track. Excuse me for the gear. Just a couple more difficult outside dirt turns than on the original track. And here you really don't need to lose speed like that because you want to make this jump, which we luckily did. The plugin has already skipped 2 maps. So here I use the save strat for the start. Apparently that didn't work. It should be the save strat. Anything difficult, but oh well. I don't think I've ever failed it in practice. At least we got the CP. Nice turn. I think here the speed splits are somehow wrong because my PB had much stronger speed splits there. But yeah, another save start for the end. And now we're off to 11. And this is another map that I'll just full save. Because the strat that I used for the world record is, well, far beyond something I'd do on a speedrun. Would be stuck here for minutes if I tried that, so I just stole this strat from Christian SCM's record. Makes this track kind of trivial. We just drive around without any crazy snow slides or yeets. I think from the top 5 of this track only me and Giuliano are using the same strat. You'll see soon that Giuliano was trying to probably get like all world records on the campaign, and he managed to do the first 10 one, but this is where he stopped. Then we are off to 10, which is another multi-lap that can be done in reverse, and this actually works surprisingly well on multi-lap, because you can drive it perfectly in reverse, and for the second lap it doesn't really matter if you do it like in reverse or the regular direction. But I'll do it in reverse because that's what I did in practice. Might be PB. Or maybe not. Then we are off to 9. Another map where the world record strategy is out of the scope of this run. So I'll just use the safe strat. Oh, that was bad, that was bad. Okay, now we have good speed, so we just climb up here and drive the track normally in reverse. And here the speed is the key, so the top 2 in the world climbed the hill earlier to get on the track a bit earlier, which allowed them to get more speed and snowball it through the track. Yeah, pretty basic track after that one trick. Now it's the map number 8. This is kind of like a regular dirt map, but like the most horrible gears you'll ever see. I don't think you could get the gears that bad even on purpose. Like even the world record beats every single one of them. Then we have number 7, which is another like very easy one. You'll just have to do one neo slide here, and then it's normal driving for the most part. Okay, there is this last jump as well, which is not as trivial. Yeah, that's a pretty tight gap you have to beat through. Well, second try isn't that bad, I guess. Yeah, we even gained some time with that. Next one is the last actually run killing track. 06, and this is difficult because of the start. You have many places where you can get landing bugs or so, and then you have to get here, aim your car towards the pillar, get an ass boost like this. So the same one we used in Greece can be used here. Use that bit of concrete to speed the car up. Easy no slide there. And then last jump, we have to try to aim to the track, which isn't that trivial on snow, because you can flip your car as you see, so on. Okay, that's good. We got it. Still half a minute ahead. For this one I want you to close your eyes, because I really can't do these alt cars. Especially on these slippery surfaces. So we just take it slow and steady. For 04 we have again bit of climbing. Here the most important part is to get rid of your water wheels, so you want to get a bit extra sand here before the climb, so you don't have wet wheels and you can actually just make it. And for this one you have to do the end camp 3. The splits are already on 01, I hope it doesn't break the timer. Yeah. This is actually the only track where the world record respawns. Okay, hope we don't have to respawn because of that. Yeah, I made it. So you want to get that ring CP and then respawn back to this one. And because it's dirt, it's actually faster to go in reverse and do just some speed slides till the end. Now let's see what the thing does. It goes back to 11. Okay, interesting. But we go to 2. And this one, I think I had in practice run quite bad luck, so you want to climb here, and this is actually way more tilted than it seems, so your car can easily slide down, and it took me a couple of attempts on the practice run. So we should be gaining time here. Yeah, actually it took me quite a few attempts on the practice run. And now it's turn for the Brazil, which we skipped. Okay. I got the 01, which is just a trivial track. I think this could be actually driven either way. Or it's just as good of a track this way as well. We just have to take a bit wider line here in order to not lose that gear that we just lost. Oh well, half a second there doesn't really matter. Yeah, that's it. 32 minutes and 38 seconds. I'm quite pleased with that one. So, yeah, I don't think I have anything to add. Thank you for watching, and I see you in another 4 years probably.